Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to do a foundation review and demo. Recently I have purchased the Airbrush Flawless Foundation from Tilbury, and I think I have filmed a haul on this. I can't really remember if I've shown you guys this one, but I have this foundation and I also have the Airbrush Flawless Finish powder as well, which is highly raved. So I'm going to try out both of these products on my face. I have used this foundation and I have my thoughts on this foundation, so I'm going to share that as well. So if you guys are interested to see a demo of this foundation, then please continue watching. Okay guys, let's get started with the video. So today we are going to talk about the Airbrush Flawless Foundation from Tilbury. It retails for 76 Singapore dollars here, so it's a really pricey product. So I got it during the 20% off sale here. So I'm really happy that I paid less for this foundation. The reason I chose this foundation is because I really wanted to try a Tilbury product. Mainly her foundations, they are quite raved, so I really wanted to try one. And the other foundation, the Hollywood Flawless Filter Foundation, it had just a few shades. I found the shade range of this foundation a lot better, so I chose this one. Now this foundation may not be the perfect foundation for my skin type. I have dry skin and this foundation claims to have a natural matte finish. I don't mind matte foundations, so I thought let me give it a try. But this is also a very high coverage matte foundation, very long wearing. So yeah, it may not be the most suitable for dry skin. If you have oily skin, I think this will be very good. But still, I will show you how it looks on my skin. And I've used this foundation for quite some time and I have my thoughts on this. There are some positives, there are some negatives. It's quite matte. That much I will tell you, that it's quite matte. And I've got the shade 9 Warm. It's a little bit smidgen light. And since it gives a very high coverage and it gives almost like a poreless finish, I have to take care that this foundation doesn't look too light on my skin tone. So this is how the packaging looks like. Really pretty baby pink color. You have all the details mentioned over here. You have the ingredients list mentioned right here. The ingredients also mention titanium dioxide and iron oxides. That's another reason why this foundation looks a little bit light on my skin tone, although I think the shade match is pretty okay. But this foundation doesn't claim to give you sun protection or anything like that, but it does have titanium dioxide and iron oxides in it. And I saw it on the website. This foundation claims to have skincare benefits along with it. The box doesn't have these details. You have to go to the website and check out the details. It contains Charlotte's magic matrix of ingredients for reducing the appearance of wrinkles, hydration boosting, instant fresh feel, CT defense, and a flawless poreless looking finish. So if you want full details of the foundation, then go to the Tilbury website to see what are the claims. Let me take out the foundation out of the box. So this is how the packaging looks like. Really pretty packaging. I think the bottle is also a glass bottle. Really pretty. Love the Tilbury packaging. Very luxe. It's totally a display worthy packaging and it just opens and closes so smoothly. The packaging is really luxe. It comes with a pump as well. Okay, now before I apply this foundation, I would like to apply a hydrating primer because it's a pretty matte foundation and I've used it. I know I will never wear this foundation without a hydrating primer. So I will apply a hydrating primer. I will be using the Fenty primer, the hydrating one. So let me apply quickly a little bit. I already have moisturizer on my face, but still I want to get a primer on. Okay, the primer has sunk into the skin. Let's go into the foundation. I will take just a tiny pump of the foundation, this much. You can see that the shade is quite light when you first take it out of the bottle, but it does settle down to a deeper finish. And the swatches online are also showing the shade difference, the original shade and how it looks after 5 minutes. So that's also really helpful. So I'll apply just a little bit. You can see it's pretty light and I will just apply this side of the face so that you can see how it looks compared to this side. So as you can see, it's pretty light, but once I blend it out and after some time, it looks fine. So I'm blending it out with a beauty blender. I think beauty blender will just give a better finish. I don't want to get a lot of coverage, so I'll just use the beauty blender. And just make sure you're blending the foundation out from the center of the face where you want the foundation to be the lightest. I am not going to apply the foundation too much near the sides, the perimeters of the face, because it will look too ashy. If you want, you can mix in a deeper shade. Sometimes what I do is I take my Too Faced concealer in the shade Chestnut, which is a lot deeper. I will show you. This is the Too Faced concealer. I will mix a little bit of the Too Faced concealer with my foundation, and then I apply it on the sides. The foundation does set pretty quickly, so you have to be a little fast in blending it out. Okay, so this is how the foundation looks like when I freshly applied it. I'll just zoom you guys a little bit in. Okay, so here's my face zoomed in. Let's wait for a few minutes and then I will come back and show it to you guys how it looks after say 5 or 10 minutes. So here is the foundation on this side of the face. After 5 to 7 minutes, you can see that the foundation is just a smidgen light. You can see there is a little bit of differentiation which you can make. It's just a bit light, but I am still okay with it and I can still make it work. If you just use a deeper color around the perimeters of the face or bronze up the skin very nicely, use a deeper powder, you should be fine. I feel since the foundation settles to a deeper finish, I don't think I can get the next shade as well. The next shade may get too deep or too dark for my skin. So I'm pretty happy with the shade match. We will see how we can make this one work. I think since the foundation gives such a high coverage, it's looking a little more stark. This side looks really like smooth and poreless. It looks amazing. And interestingly, when I look at myself in the mirror, I don't see a lot of difference in the shade. This side is of course more coverage, more it looks more flawless, but shade wise I don't see a lot of difference. So in the natural setting it will look pretty okay. So if you're close to NC44 in MAC, you can still consider this foundation. It may just be a smidgen light, which you can make it work with bronzer and deeper powder and stuff like that. So let me apply on the other side as well. It will look much better. Look at how light this foundation is when I applied it the first time, and look how it looks right now. It definitely settles down to a much deeper finish. Look at that. This is freshly applied, and look at this side. So there's a lot of oxidization, if you want to call it that. Although I feel I can make this foundation work, I will definitely like to see how the deeper foundation is once everything is opened up and I can actually go ahead and swatch the foundation. I would definitely love to check out 10 warm. This is 9 warm. Okay, so that's a lot of coverage. You can see like my face is all flat. This will look much better when we apply bronzer, blush, eyeshadow, we shape up the eyebrows. The foundation finish, you can see it's pretty matte. It's more than natural matte. I would say it's a pretty matte coverage foundation, especially for my dry skin. It's a little too matte. This one, although it gets better the more you wear it, it reacts with the oils of the skin and it looks better. And you can see the coverage. It's such a high coverage foundation. It's almost like a flawless finish. Yeah, that's the name, right? Flawless. It gives almost like a poreless kind of a finish. I do really like the finish. It just smoothens out everything, and yeah, it's almost very artificial. I'll be very honest. I usually prefer a more natural matte sheer coverage foundations, so I don't know how much I'm going to use this foundation, maybe for specific occasions. But yes, if you're looking for a high coverage foundation, this is it. And also it does wear very nicely on the skin. I have worn it for long hours and it stays very comfortable. It's not feeling very matte on the skin, it's pretty comfortable. Ordinarily I wouldn't like to set this face of mine because it's pretty matte, but since I want to show you this powder, I will. Now this powder I haven't used a lot, but whatever I have used I have really liked. It is a very smooth powder and it's very finely milled. It gives a nice finish. I don't see a lot of difference. This is how the powder looks like. I've got the shade medium. Today I'm not applying any concealer because I have too much highlighted areas on my face, so I'm not applying any concealer. I'm not applying concealer here as well. Just the foundation. I have got enough coverage. I just apply a light dusting of the powder. I got the shade medium in the powder just to brighten up the under eye area. So that's why that's where I'm going to apply it. I'll not apply it on the entire face. And do we need more brightening today? I think not. We are bright. I desperately want to put some bronzer contour on my face. Okay, let me just apply a sheer dusting here and there. And it's possible to give a really light dusting with this powder. It's very fine. Love the texture. And it's easy to blend out. If you want under eye powder, you can get this one. It will just smoothen out the under eye area, and yeah, it gives a nice finish up. I didn't say anything extraordinary though. So that's my face. Okay, let me do some bronzing and contouring on camera. I'll just speed it up and then I will do my eye makeup off camera, and then I'll show you guys how it looks. So I'm using the NYX contour palette. It's already making a lot of difference. Look at that. Okay, looks much better. So I have done the contouring and a little bit of bronzing contour, and just define the perimeters of my face. Okay, so that's how my foundation looks like right now. I'm going to apply my full face of makeup, blush and eye makeup. I'm going to try a different sort of an eye look today. Let's see. So right now it's around 12 o'clock. It's 12:13. So I'm going to cook lunch and then have lunch and then come back and show it to you guys how it looks. So see you after a few hours, probably 2 to 3 hours, and then you can see the final look and I'll just share my final thoughts. Okay guys, I'm back. So this is my finished makeup look. It has been around 2 hours or so. Let me show you the time. It's 14:43. So it's been around 2.5 hours, and this is how my foundation looks like. We are already zoomed in. I will try to give you another more zoomed in close-up so that you can see it up close. As you can see right now, it looks pretty good. I mean, it's not looking too light. I don't think it has settled too much since I have adjusted the shade with the bronzer, the blush, and overall it does oxidize a bit, so it's looking like this right now. So it's not looking that stark, very bright as we had initially applied. It has definitely toned down, and I think I really like the shade match right now. And I haven't really done anything to my face, just completed my eye makeup, applied some powder, and that's the finished look. There is not much oil on the face or anything like that. It's not even feeling that matte now. When I had initially applied, it was feeling just a slightly matte, but now it's not even feeling matte. I don't feel like I'm wearing anything. It's very lightweight. So yeah, I think I like the foundation to a certain extent. You have to make it work a little bit. Like I have to wear a primer, then for the shade I have to just make it work. So yeah, there is some effort involved in making this foundation work. I think if you have oily skin, you might really like this foundation because it performs really well. It has stayed matte. Pretty happy. I wouldn't say I am extremely excited with this foundation because I personally love dewy foundations more, so that's one reason. Matte foundations are not my personal favorite, but I really like the finish of this foundation, and the finish stays like this on the skin throughout the wear, so I do really like it. Okay, so zoomed out a bit so that you can see the entire face and the neck and the whole thing in totality. Do let me know what do you think about the shade match. Personally, I do really like it. I like the finish of the foundation, and the shade looks pretty good after a few minutes. So that's it guys, that's it for today's video. That's my review for the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, then do let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, then please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And if you're watching me for the first time, I hope you consider subscribing to my channel. All the other makeup details I will put in the description box below, so don't forget to check that one out. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you again really soon in my next video. Bye.